I'm going to show you a $37 million per year brand and how these guys are educating the consumer. This is a high ticket product costing anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 for a single product. And the add-ons add additional $5,000 to $10,000 on top of the base product. So this is a high ticket product. I'm going to review it regardless of the industry you're in. It's all about educating a consumer, and different brands use different techniques. And I'm going to show you one of the best techniques that we personally use. And this is just an example brand. So do your own research and let's jump right into it. If you don't know me, my name is Daniel. I've been doing this for 12 plus years in the Shopify and WordPress space. So if you're stuck between 1 or 2% conversion rate, want to take your store to 4, 5, 6%, you can contact me. My calendar link will be in the description below. Let's jump right into the video. All right, guys. So I will be reviewing a brand called 8 Sleep. This is a pretty big brand when it comes to the product side of things, and these guys sell high ticket products. Now I'm going to talk about two important pieces. One is, what are some of the things that actually help sell the product more, and what are the things that you must avoid at all costs, because we already tested the UI with one of our clients, and which is a direct competitor. And some of these things that these guys are using onto this P2P page are not going to help you with the conversion. Some of these things actually work really, really good. So I'm going to cover both so you can avoid stuff and then you can add on stuff on your P2P pages. First thing first I want to talk about is, if you have a low ticket product, if you have a totally different industry, that is totally fine. It's all about how can we educate the consumer. Now, let's start with what we see as soon as a consumer lands on the page. We see a 5-year warranty, a 30-day risk-free trial, free returns, and free shipping, which is a good pointers to point out right off the bat, right? It's a high-ticket product, so we need to make sure that we have this right off the bat when people come on the landing page. Now, if you see right here, the product education is extremely important. Now I'm on a P2P page where they're educating you of like, hey, this is your bed, this is your mattress, this is the cover, and this is what the hub looks like, right? So these guys are offering multiple products at the same time. And let's see, as a consumer, can we figure out exactly what these guys are selling? Okay, that's the main goal. So if you if you see like these pictures, they're talking about the pain point of the actual industry, and that is like the cover cools and heats for you and for your partner. So if she likes to be like warm and you want to keep it cool when you sleep throughout the night, this is what the cover helps with. Okay, so it's kind of like a pod thing with like a cooling sheet. Now, as you see right here, it says the pod cools, heats, tracks your sleep. Then it just automatically, so you don't have to, goes on any mattress like a cover. Each size controls independently, right? So this is what these guys are selling, and then you can actually track it through the app, and you can see the visuals of the actual product, and you can put it on just like any other cover on your mattress. And as it says right here, the cover is only 1 inch thick and can be added to any mattress, right? So throughout these pictures, they're educating you, and then you can actually figure out like, okay, this is what the product is. All right, $3,000, $4,000 is a pretty high price, but this is what they're educating you. Now, if I click on play video, let me actually mute this. If I play this video, they have like an education around the actual product. This is extremely important. We actually tested these motion graphics for our client, and which sells pretty much basically the same product. And these videos, amazing, works really good. People can connect with it right off the bat. The only difference we do is we play the video as soon as you land on the page, so you know exactly what you're getting into. These guys are not doing that. So when it comes to the conversion rate in high ticket or low ticket, it's all about what a customer journey looks like as soon as they land on the page. This is the important piece. So as you can see right here, it just talks about like what the app is. It just educate you as much as possible of what we offer. Extremely important. If I'm a consumer, and if you have a basic looking page and you just have one education video, you don't need to create like the most complex or like the most engaging looking pages. You can just like educate the consumer through a video. All right, let's focus on the right side of things and what are some of the things that we can do and we shouldn't do. First thing first, pay now. We have a tab that says rent monthly. We have a financing option, and we have the HSA, FSA. It's too many options. We didn't use any of the options that these guys are offering. I think buy boxes should look very, very simple, but the way that these guys are offering is like, hey, this is a $3,199 product. It has cooling and heating, sleep health tracking, vibration, and 30-day risk-free trial. And then this buy box has like, hey, what is your best size? Okay, they're asking a question. Let's say my bed size is king or like a Cali king, which is a pretty big size. As you can see right here, the price actually switches to $34.98 based on the size that you are selecting. So let's stick with the king size. Enhance your system. This is an add-on. So the pod is powerful on its own. These additions takes it further. Now, what is this product and what is they're educating you on is stop snoring automatically, an adjustable base that gently elevates when snoring is detected, raising your head to ease snoring without waking you or your partner, $1,900. And they're actually visually showing you where the actual base goes. It actually goes under your mattress. Okay, as you can see right here, a visual picture and people just like chilling on the actual bed. Very important product or very important add-on if you are struggling with that, or if you like wake up in the middle of the night. Of course, we can add the base. And then they have a no leg kit, and then they have a leg kit, and then they're asking you, do I need a leg kit? Okay. So they're educating you like, okay, if you need a leg fit, a kit, what the product is. So you can see the visualization of the actual product. So a leg kit is basically removes this bed frame, and then you can have like a leg instead. Now, this is more like a technical side. Again, a normal consumer, anybody is purchasing a bed or like a bed cover or a mattress or whatever these guys are selling. This is super helpful because it replaces the frame, and then you can understand what a leg kit is, right? So they're educating you. They're not just like telling you like, hey, add a leg kit or no leg kit. We don't know what that means is, so we can actually see it visually what is happening here. Then we have a blanket, temperature control above and below. So the base bed sheet that these guys are selling with the blanket itself, so you're gonna have a full control under your body, and same thing with the blanket itself, so temperature control above and below. So this is a blanket that also like keeps you cool or hot based on like your personal preference, right? Again, a good upsell. It has to make sense. When you're actually selling these products, it has to make sense, and you can see the visuals as well. And I can click on add blanket. Now, as you can see right here, it says, hey, it's duvet cover, add a duvet. And these are pretty basic knowledge, so people don't have to go in too much detail. Then we have a pillow cover. Keep your head cool all night. Again, they're not selling it as a whole kit. They could have said like, oh, this is a whole set. They don't want to do that. They want to sell you the base first, and then they want to add in these pillow covers. They want to add in these blankets. They want to add in the base, which helps you with the snoring, right? It's a good education. And while you're going through the customer flow, I can pick like, okay, king size. Do I need one pillow or two pillow? Okay, two pillow. Then they're selling another add-on right here, which is a memory foam pillow designed to pair with the pod pillow cover correctly. And then I can select it if I want it for both pillows and one pillow. Now, the attention to detail is really good when it comes to just the education side of things with the buy box area itself. I think these tabs make sense if you are renting it, or if you want to buy it with the firm or like HSA, which renting might make more sense for a lot of people, and then like pay now is just like the actual full size of the actual bed. One flaw that I personally saw is like as soon as I switch the tabs, it resets everything for me, which is a pretty big no-no. You need to make sure that the selections that is selected, we need to make sure that those selections actually work out. Okay, so important piece. And then of course, like you can actually check out. So this is the whole buy box area. Very interactive, a lot of options going on, but these are good options, good add-ons, and it helps out a lot. Now, if I scroll further down to the page, again, they're using the same exact video for just to educate you. They have this in on the top of the page as well when it comes to the education side of things. So this is good. If I scroll further down, need help choosing, explore on your own, or book a virtual visit. Now, if I click on virtual visit, it asks me like, hey, do you want to do a virtual demo? Okay, yes, I want to. Then you pick a time, and then these guys are going to show you how it's going to look like in your bedroom. Then they're talking about the features. Again, we already saw these things on the top of the page. Now they are showing us like more visuals around like, hey, this is what the product is, this is what it helps with. So very, very important piece right here. Real people, real results. They are using experts as a back support for the actual brand, and also like the reviews of the actual consumer. So if I click on play, these are just like the interviews of people that like talk about like, hey, this thing helped me big time, blah blah blah, whatever. They're talking about like the pinpointers of what these guys are selling. So they're selling a base, they're selling the blanket, they're selling the cover, they're selling the pillow cover, they're selling the actual hub that controls everything. If I click on learn more, of course, it's gonna show me like the more detail of the actual product. Let me actually go down all the way. So very, very interactive piece right here. Then they're talking about what is included in the actual cover, on the actual default product. So the hub and the cover is the base product, and these are add-ons that these guys are offering. Once I click on like the next section, this is where they're educating you how to install the pod system. So installation, they have like a step-by-step process of like how to install it. Then we have materials. Okay, what is the materials of the actual product? What is the dimension of the actual product? Now, this is where things get very, very technical, and it's extremely important, because if you don't think it as a consumer, you will never have a good conversion rate. If you think it as a consumer, let's say if my customer avatar is 50% women, 50% men, right? Men focus on these things like what is the side. Women in general, they see the product, they like it visually, and they're like, okay, you know what, I want to buy it, but they don't go much in technical compared to like men. So you have to think about like your customer avatar, and like we need to do objection handling right on these pages, because if we don't do objection handling, if we have missing information, guess what, we're gonna have a higher bounce rate and lower conversion rate. And then these are like pretty basic stuff when it comes to the FAQ side of things. So overall, this page, when it comes to like the scoring side of things, I will definitely score them like 7 out of 10. There are some things that these guys are doing the wrong way. When it comes to like the conversion rate side of things, I'll cover that in just a second. A lot of you guys asked like, hey, what is the plugins? What is some of the things that these guys are using in order to build this user experience? A couple things I want to mention. These are custom build landing pages, all right? So if you want to build a really high-end experience, you're looking at a custom landing page. There's no questions about it. If you want to just build like a similar UX experience when it comes to the landing pages itself, you can use gem pages. I'll put the link right below this video. Custom options. Easy Bundle Builder is one of the plugins that we personally use for building custom options. Again, we create everything custom built for our customers, but you can use easy bundles that can do bundle products like similar to this. The plugin can do the job. If you have like subscription model, if you want to do renting model for your products, if you have high ticket products, you can use Bold subscriptions. We use Bold for a lot of the brands. Again, link is in the description below. I'll add it. And for the rest of the page itself, normally I use like gem page builders, or you can use the Replo. I don't have the link for the Replo, but gem pages, I'll put it in the description below, and then you can just like install it. For reviews itself, I normally use like Review. I'll put the link for that as well. Review basically helps you have like a better kind of like a UX side of things. You can do picture videos, reviews, picture reviews, video reviews. You can have like different tabs based on the categories using Review, so you'll have all the options. Now, if you're stuck between 1 or 2% conversion rate, you want to take your stores to the next level, you can always contact me. My calendar link is right below this video. Schedule a free call with me. Let's talk about your brand and how we can actually help you. We work with over 450 brands by the time of this recording for this video. So we've been doing this for 12 plus years. If you're a startup brand or if you're a well-established brand, regardless of it, you can still contact us. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.